She just looked at the camera. Kira, look. I'm gonna do another awkward intro. I'm Shira Black, your human nature investigator, and we are all creatures of nature. This series is interviewing or having conversations, a collaborative conversation with different creatures of nature, which is us humans. So with that, this is our creature conversation with my dear friend Josh, aka Shakespeare. You just bring positivity to people wherever you go. I wanted to talk more about that and ask you then, how do people treat you?
It's definitely a spectrum. Yeah, I was just talking with somebody last night about the difference between I think that there's a difference between pigs and police officers and the basic gist of it is just respect and that relevant to how people treat me influenced heavily by how well I show respect to them initially, which is variable. I mean, based off of what kind of shit I might be going through, day to day or hour to hour. But by and large, I try to be as respectful as is feasible to be. And
of course.
People just really committed to looking at homeless people a certain way. And
it's interesting how you said some people are really committed to just treating homeless people a certain way, and not trying to even, or thinking of being open to the possibility of a different way. But also I wonder, is it different when you have Kira with you?
Oh yeah, totally. Sometimes it's sometimes it's a lot better because they see things me carrying her across the crosswalk,
and which is the same.
Yeah, and they think, oh, and sometimes they go the opposite direction and homeless person dragging his dog through the experience of being homeless and through the dangers of living in a swamp and stuff like that, and they just get really really ornery. And by and large, I would say anyone that has, not anyone, but if somebody actually takes the time to have a conversation with me, with not too many exceptions, I can usually demonstrate what kind of person I am, but the majority of people that have a heavily negative influence on my circumstances are more often than not the ones that I don't even talk to. I don't even often see who it is. They're just looking at a distance and causing trouble because they don't want to look at this person. They're not courage or the interest to form an opinion based off the merits of someone's individual actions.
Yeah, that's major. They'd see, how incredible you are and the amazing strength of the merits of your actions. Very good job. She's so happy. Okay, bless you. Obviously, it's hard. There are many challenges. This dog is so loved and is put first before you and your well-being. And she's just thought of first as a priority. Is just so well taken care of, which that speaks a lot to you. Topic that I remembered exists. You were a cadet.
Oh yeah.
Could you tell us just a little bit about that experience for you?
I was a cadet in Civil Air Patrol for 7 years, just about.
Wow.
And I started the same year that I started homeschooling. It was just initially for the social interaction with the kids my age.
What were you?
14.
Okay.
It was the leadership opportunities that I was really, really passionate about. Real success in at least in my opinion, is not really as much my accomplishments as much as the people that I got to train into being better leaders. The more that they're successful, that's success to me. Is when you're able to train and raise somebody to be better and more capable than you were.
I wish all of the leaders in training were trained by you. You're an incredible teacher because you're so gentle and encouraging, but then you do kind of lead so well by example. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those people were lucky to be trained by you for sure.
I was lucky to be trained by the people I got I could do it right. It's a vicious cycle of being lucky, but to be good.
Vicious cycle of being lucky. Can you, tell us a bit about how you are a leader in this community, or at least you are taking steps. Can you tell us about what you've been doing with that?
Totally. There was a workshop thing I participated in I think a year and change ago, 2 years ago, called Clears. It was a bunch of outreach people and retired police chiefs and active police officers trying to come up with solutions for better interactions between homeless people and police.
Right.
So that was one thing that I did. Because the more day-to-day proactive thing that I try to do is I try to have I try to intentionally have interactions with police officers whenever they're nearby, just even as simple as hey, how's it going? I usually have at least one or two good tweaker jokes that I run by them, and
I've seen.
Yeah, and then just check in with them because I think one of the mechanisms that sets those interactions up for failure usually is a hardcore commitment to the police attitude, because people are either attached to it or think that everybody else is so attached to it that if they don't say it and if they don't showcase that they're on the same police page, that they'll get consequences for that. And it's really not as much the case as you'd think. It's just a matter of respect. You don't have to break your standards. You don't have to volunteer anything if you just show them respect, they'll usually respect whatever boundaries you want to be putting up as far as what you're willing to share and what kind of cooperation.
Yeah.
So I guess de-weaponizing the idea that every interaction with police is going to throw you in jail. It's just one of the things I'm trying to do. Yeah,
because you're with this workshop effort in our community to better the interactions between police and homeless people. You've been kind of the voice of here's where I'm coming from, my perspective, and I'm sure you can just share such a wealth of knowledge and giving real doable solutions, options to change. And again, if people had those different options, a different way to interact and be, they could do that. They could potentially totally do that. Given your experience as a human and with other humans in this way, what is something you've learned about humans, and what is something that you want humans to learn?
I've learned that humans are afraid of losing face and losing respect from people, and I would want them to learn that if you are willing to own your mistakes and try to make them right, you will almost inevitably, almost every time, earn back more respect than you lost in the first place, and you'll earn it back from the right people.
You've learned that humans
are just afraid of owning their mistakes and losing people's respect, because you will
totally,
even if you own it to the in perfect form, as it's happening.
Yeah.
Even the most honest mistake, you will lose people's respect.
Right.
Because some people are not really mindful about how they interact with other people's mistakes, and if there's a mistake, there's something that you could have done, better that you didn't, but that's part of the process of learning. Masters failed more times than beginners ever tried.
Right.
And what I think a lot of people don't realize is that when you're putting your energy and effort and your focus on trying to present as a person that doesn't make mistakes, that's a pretty blatant waste of time spent that you could be getting better at a worthwhile skill. If you don't make mistakes, you are not doing it right. If you don't make mistakes, you're not going to learn anything. You're not pushing yourself. You're you're not putting yourself in challenging situations. You're not like testing your abilities. You're so afraid of failure that and like what that would look like for you to fail. Then there's not honestly a whole lot of stuff that you could do that would qualify as impressive or daring or like impactful.
Love that if you're not making mistakes, you're not doing it right. I love that so much. It's okay to be wrong. It's also needed to be wrong. Everyone will be wrong at some point or has been. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. We are totally flawed, imperfect, whatever your definition of perfect is. If perfect is flawless, then perfect isn't human.
Winston Churchill said, to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love that one. Exactly.
That was one heck of an imperfect dude.
Yes. I am so grateful that we met and that we get to continue this collaboration. Yes, thank you for your teaching and your wise, wise words. And I would love to hear from you, fantastical creatures, as well. Anything you would like to share, please do. I love to hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe.
And I feel you on like you see those on so many YouTube videos. It's like, man, I don't want to be one of those, but like,
yeah,
but also like, comment, and subscribe because we need that.
This is an experiment. I'm experimenting with how we do this thing. Is there a point in saying that? Maybe. Do it. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to comment, like, and subscribe, that you can. Skadoosh, exactly. Seriously though, much love to you all, dear creatures of nature. I hope you love you too.
Turkey.